Om Sehana Vavatu Sehana Bhunaktu Sehaviriyam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May God protect both teacher and student. May He nourish us together. May we work together with great energy. May our study be enlightening. May there be no hate among us. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you. So we decided not to continue talking on Kundalini and Chakra and the Kriya Yoga as such. We will continue that subsequently, maybe after a couple of weeks. But as we discussed yesterday, let's talk today about what we have done in terms of the preliminary or basic asanas, or any asanas that we will do henceforth. I like to emphasize that we have to be so completely committed in engaging ourselves, not only physically, but totally equally important is mentally, emotionally, and with dedication spiritually. Because the yoga asanas and breathing exercise is a stepping stone on the journey for spiritual life. So there's much, much more than simply doing yoga asanas. And our keen interest and our goal is to embark on the journey of knowing who we are in essence. And yoga is just one method of knowing it. So in view of that, my emphasis is remaining completely aware, and the awareness of whatever that we do is crucial. And when I say awareness with all your heart and intelligence. So it's simple as that. When we do meditation, many times you have noticed and realized that we bring our attention on breathing. Now, the reason for that is that the mental attention or awareness of your inhalation and exhalation is just the stepping stone. It's just the simple way to train your mind to remain alert and aware of that process that we most of the time take it for granted, of our breathing, inhalation and exhalation. I'm sure you realize that without the breathing that we do, we cannot maintain this body. The body is not functioning if you do not have your breathing going on, and that breathing becomes so important for keeping us alive. And we don't give the due importance to that process of inhalation and exhalation. So awareness. Now, that is the reason I wanted to have a little chat or a short conversation on the different asanas that we did on Monday and Wednesday, where you engaged mentally in observing what was going on, what was your breathing pattern, where was the impact that you felt in your body, what was kind of thought that you had, if there was, while doing those asanas. I'm not against having thoughts, but I'm interested in knowing those thoughts. Once all of us have thoughts while doing whatever we do, but if we do not notice what thought we have, then we are allowing the what is known as a mental diarrhea to continue without our knowing it. It comes and goes, different thoughts. But if you get to know what thoughts we are getting, then you have some amount of control to either give an attention to some thought and some thoughts let it pass. So therefore, I want to ask some of you or all of you to know, especially those who have joined us recently, what was your status while doing those asanas and pranayam, where you engage in your mentally in watching what you did, and were you able to control your inhalation, exhalation, synchronizing with the movement, or did you find difficulty? I think we all have to be honest with ourselves and share our experience. Would you like to share?
Acharya, let me set the ball rolling with your permission.
Thank you very much. Yes, please.
I think the most difficult part for me was as always is most of the time, is the breathing pattern. I tend to lose track, and I have to keep bringing myself back into what is the breathing pattern, when to breathe in and when to breathe out. Is there a sort of a thumb rule which one can follow, that at least maybe not all the asanas, but maybe, okay, 60% or 70% of the asanas, this is what you do when you breathe in and breathe out?
It is good that you are aware that you are losing your synchronizing or coordinating of thoughts in different asanas sometime. Losing your track on breathing pattern is okay, so long you know about it, that you missed out or you did not coordinate it for whatever reason. So that's very good, because that indicates that you were present mentally. Now, there are no, really speaking, there is no thumb rule as such. In my opinion, the thumb rule is what makes your action of asana more convenient, more effective. That is the only thumb rule that you follow for breathing. For instance, when you had to, let's say, while sitting with legs stretched, we had to do the movement for our lower abdomen. So what we did was, we interlocked our fingers and touched our toes, if you recollect. Now, in order to do that, what could be your breathing pattern to do that? I mean, naturally speaking. In most cases, it would be exhalation. When you bend, when you suck your stomach muscles inward, the most natural breathing pattern is to breathe out. When you breathe out, your stomach muscles is pulled inward, and that allows you to stretch your spinal cord to reach out to your toes. Now try to do the same action with inhalation. You may be able to do it, but it may not be very convenient. It may not be very effective. So the thumb rule is to check what is the breathing pattern that suits certain action. When you want to raise your hands, what could be your natural breathing pattern? The natural breathing pattern to raise hand is to inhale. With inhalation, lifting arms is a natural coordination. Now try to do the same thing by exhaling and lifting arms. That may not be very natural. So similarly, you want to lift your leg up while standing. What could be your natural breathing pattern? Exhalation. Now try to lift your leg with inhalation. Once again, that may not be very convenient and effective. So the general thumb rule is what works best to more effective movement of your body, whether it's bending forward, bending backward, sideways, lifting arms. However, there are certain asanas, for instance, in Surya Namaskar. When you are in Parvatasana, if you recall, we are not holding breath. We continue breathing in and out, because that's the asana that you need to hold on to for a bit longer than other asanas. Now, it's not recommended to hold breath for longer time in that posture. So it is recommended to continue your breathing, usual breathing. However, the next movement or next asana should be done at the time of, so what is next after the Parvatasana? After the Parvatasana is we do the Aswasanchalanasana. So for Aswasanchalanasana, you need to take one leg forward. And now to do one leg forward, your natural breathing would be inhalation. So that's the thumb rule to coordinate with the movement what is most natural. And very important is, even if you miss out in certain asanas once in a while, that's okay, it can happen to anybody, but to be aware that you missed out or aware that you did an incorrect breathing pattern, that's crucial. That's very important. That means you are alert and it allows you to correct yourself.
Thank you, Acharya.
Acharya ji,
Yes, please.
yesterday we have done that's stating our legs.
Yes.
And doing that exercise of eyes or
Yes.
forehead and ears. Can we sit in Vajrasana or any Sukhasana and then we can do it?
Yes,
yesterday,
you can.
We have done by stating our legs.
Yes. Yes. So those asanas, when you work upon your upper body or head region, you can change your sitting posture and sit in Sukhasana or Vajrasana. That is possible. The reason to continue stretching our legs, because that is not the posture that we usually adopt. When you sit, you automatically fold your legs, either in Sukhasana or in Padmasana or Vajrasana. I mean, I'm talking about our usual daily lifetime. When you want to sit on the floor, you do not sit with your legs spread open or legs stretched in front. You usually fold. And therefore, keeping the legs stretched in front of you and not allowing the knees to raise, that itself is an asana. That was the reason. So everything has its own objective. Everything has its own reasons. It may be very subtle and therefore we may not notice. But if you bring your attention to why we do it and hold on to it for a little longer, you will feel. So for instance, once again, an example of touching your toes. Most people would, if they are not aware, would realize that their knees or the back of the knee, or what is known as eye of your knees, is lifted up. Now, that could happen. It could be a natural tendency, but the yoga practice says that the leg should remain flat. It should not lift. So you should remain flat, and then while sitting, you touch your toes without allowing your legs to fold. So that becomes your yoga posture. If leg is slightly lifted up and you do, I mean, it's okay, but it's not right. You have to have legs flat. Now, these are very subtle, very easy to overlook. But if you are mentally aware, then you follow the right posture.
Right, Acharya.
Now,
Acharya, just excuse
yes,
me.
yes, please. Yes, please.
Acharya, there are situations where I find that I'm not calm. So, is there any way in which we can change our breathing pattern to calm our mind and body?
The best way is to bring your attention to your breathing. You need to, if you are mentally hyperactive, mentally overactive, and therefore you are unable to bring your attention, close your eyes gently, sit, watch your breath, and if that does not help, do breathing exercise. And the most important breathing exercise, try to follow Kapalbhati. Give yourself about 2 or 3 minutes to do it. And after doing 3-4 minutes, watch the traffic, the mental traffic. Your mental traffic should reduce after doing that pranayama. And
Thanks, Acharya.
very, very important is do not, when you are too busy mentally, do not try to attempt doing meditation. Meditation will not reduce your thought, the traffic. Meditation will happen only when your thoughts have reduced and you are able to focus. So pranayama is the best answer for that.
Thanks a lot, Acharya.
But I would like you to check that out yourself and next time tell me whether it helps.
Yeah, sure, we'll do that.
So let me get it right, Acharya. Then, in case of stress, so when you're stressed out, Kapalbhati is your best pranayam
Yes.
kriya which you do.
Yes. Because when we say Kapalbhati, what is happening in Kapalbhati is that you are first and foremost sitting erect comfortably, number one. Number two, your eyes gently closed, your face and shoulders are relaxed, you have a gentle smile on your face, and you mentally bring your attention to your navel region and realize that while breathing out once per second, you are pulling your stomach muscles inward and inhalation happens by itself. So watching the entire process is keeping your mind engaged. And if you do it at least 3 minutes, what will happen is your mind gets used to watching one particular process. And in order to do that, your other thoughts will take backseat and will not bother you. Now that is the just to get used to focusing on one process, one object, one hypothesis. So it could be watching your breath, it could be watching the movement of your stomach muscles, it could be bringing attention to breathe, tip of your nose or forehead, anything that you try to bring your mind to focus. And when you are focusing on one thing, your mind is so engaged that it will not entertain other thoughts. However, thoughts per se will keep on disturbing you, but you have to bring back. It is like real practicing that you bring back your attention to the same hypothesis that you are taking, that we are watching breath or bringing your attention to between four eyebrows or tip of your nose or stomach muscles, any that you try to focus on. This is just a practice. When you practice it every day, that's why this dharana and dhyana to be done every day, if not more, at least 10 minutes. It is only to train your mind to be able to focus on one thing. And you can only focus on one thing if your mind is not bothered by various other thoughts or distractions.
Acharya ji,
today-
one more question from my side.
Yes, please.
After finishing our yogas and dhyana and the pranayama, that I feel that some asana I want to do. Can I do after finishing your session?
You can definitely do it,
Immediately.
but
Immediate
my
after your
my
Yes, sir.
suggestion is you should give yourself some time to get back to the activity, whether it is yoga or your daily life routine, because dharana and dhyana brings your physical and mental activity to the minimum. So you're trying to withdraw physically and mentally and trying to bring it to the center or the core of your being. That's the dharana and dhyana. So let's assume that you have a flower blossoming. Now, dharana and dhyana is trying to close it, make it a bud, and bring it down to the center of your core. And you are trying to be there as to what you are, and then suddenly you open your petals and start working activity. You will not enjoy the calmness, the peace, the bliss or the happiness of watching yourself. The objective of doing dharana dhyana is to watch yourself, to remain who you are. As they say, it is the being which is important and not doing. Doing anyway we have to do, so we do those doings, but we must give ourselves some time every day to withdraw from doing and remain in being. So you can do different asanas or pranayama, but slowly, and give yourself some time before you get very busy.
Okay, Acharya ji.
So I like to do as I said, meditation, but before we do it, I have one question. Let me see, I wanted to speak to this. What is the name of Neha? Can I speak to you?
Sir, namaskar. Good morning, sir. Actually, can I speak in Hindi, sir?
Of course, yes, please.
जी सर. सर मैं इंग्लिश में इतनी ज़्यादा वो नहीं हूँ, मतलब ज़्यादा नहीं
That's
मेरे
okay.
से हो पाएगा. हाँ.
ठीक है.
तो सर, हाँ सर, मुझे सर्वाइकल की प्रॉब्लम है सर. मैं अतर सर के यहाँ पे हूँ. अतर सर ने मुझे ज्वाइन कराया है, तो मैं अतर सर का भी थैंक्स करना चाहूँगी सर. और सर मुझे सर्वाइकल की प्रॉब्लम है मेरे नेक में ना, तो मेरी नेक की मूवमेंट ज़्यादा नहीं है सर. और मुझे बीपी लो की भी प्रॉब्लम है सर. बीपी लो रहता है, तो मुझे नींद भी बहुत आती है, तो इसीलिए मैं जॉइन थोड़ा सा लेट भी हो जाता है कभी 5-10 मिनट. तो उसके लिए मैं वैसे पूछना ही चाह रही थी, बट मैं यही थोड़ी सी हेजिटेशन हो रही थी सर कि मैं हिंदी में बात करूँगी तो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, आप लोग बात करते हैं इंग्लिश में ना, तो ये था सर.
नहीं, आप जो भी हैं आप पूछ सकते हैं, मैं समझ सकता हूँ कि आप प्लीज बताइए क्या आपके, क्योंकि मैंने आपको नोटिस किया था, मुझे मालूम था कि आपको कुछ तकलीफ है, बट मुझे ये नहीं पता था क्या तकलीफ है, बट मुझे लग रहा था कि कुछ तकलीफ है.
जी मुझे सर्जरी भी हो रखी है सर, बट मतलब 15 साल पहले मुझे हुई थी. नेक में मतलब हो गई थी, मुझे ट्यूबरक्लोसिस हो गई थी सर, तो उसकी वजह से मतलब नेक की मूवमेंट प्रॉपर नहीं है सर. ये देखो बस थोड़ा सा ही होता है, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं होता. तो मैं कोशिश करती हूँ सर, मैं करती भी हूँ। बीच में मैंने काफी टाइम से गैप कर दिया था। मैं बहुत बिलीव करती हूँ उससे, आसन, योगा, प्राणायाम, मैं मतलब इसको बहुत बिलीव करती हूँ। मुझे लगता है मैं जो ठीक हुई हूँ सर, इसी की वजह से ही हुई हूँ। तो मैं करती भी हूँ। बीच में थोड़ा सा मैं छोड़ दिया था, तो सर ने बोला कि नहीं आप ज्वाइन करो, आप करो, तो फिर इसलिए मैंने स्टार्ट किया सर। तो यही है कि आपसे यही कहूंगी कि मेरे प्रॉपर नहीं है, बट मैं कोशिश पूरी करती हूँ सर करने की ना। जितने भी रहेंगे आप देखेंगे तो मैं 100% करने की कोशिश करूंगी सर।
मैं देख रहा था। थैंक यू सो मच। मेरा एक ही सजेशन है कि जो आपका विल पावर है उसको लूज मत करना। आपका विल पावर जो है वही आपको ठीक करेगा। आप जितना कर सके उतना कीजिए, बट करना जरूरी है।
नहीं सर, जरूर करना, बिल्कुल सर। मैं तो बहुत ही वर्स्ट कंडीशन में चली गई थी। मैं तो इसी की वजह से ही आज हूँ, बिल्कुल।
सब ठीक हो जाएगा। आपका विल पावर जरूरी है, और एक नंबर 1 विल पावर, और दूसरा आपका जो कमिटमेंट है जो आपको करना है। आप ये समझिए कि ये जो भी मेडिसिन लेते होंगे या जो भी ट्रीटमेंट करते होंगे, उसके साथ साथ ये करना उतना ही जरूरी है जितना आप ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं। उसी की वजह से आप फायदा होगा।
मेडिसिन सर, ज्यादा मेडिसिन नहीं लेती हूँ। मुझे मेडिसिन लेने से भी प्रॉब्लम होती है। मुझे एसिडिटी की बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है। वैसे मेडिसिन तो मेरी एक कैल्शियम और एक और है, वो भी मैं डेली नहीं लेती हूँ। मतलब जब मुझे प्रॉब्लम लगती है लेती हूँ, अदरवाइज मुझे एसिडिटी हो जाती है सर।
इसका भी बहुत आसान तरीका है एसिडिटी के लिए, बट यहाँ हम बात नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि बाकी सबको हम टाइम खराब नहीं। आपको जो है आप मैसेज कीजिए, मैं आपको जवाब दूंगा। Okay, so are you ready to maintain some kind of silence and stillness, all of you? Let us start with our dharana today. So sit in very comfortable posture. Yes, please.
Can I just take leave from meditation session today? Because I have got some engagement from 6:30 yesterday.
Yes, please. Please continue. Please carry on with your. Thank you very much. So sit very comfortably. If you like to lie down, you can lie down. If anybody feels difficulty in maintaining sitting posture, the only condition is to remain completely still. Do not let any part of your body to have any movement. If you want to do any adjustment of your body posture, please do it now. But once you start, remain still. Now, second thing is that as far as possible, maintain the silence. When I say maintain silence, I mean the silence of external sounds and noise that you may have. Just comfortably sitting and eyes closed. Relax your body. Take your time. First thing is, with your eyes closed, try to observe all that is surrounding you. With your eyes closed, try to visualize different objects that are around you. This is the power of your visualization with your eyes closed. And this is an exercise for your mind to recollect whatever that you have observed, whatever that you have been seeing every day in your life. You live in your room, you live in your house, you know what is lying around you. Try to notice them. Notice them in detail. Try to recognize the article, the name, the shape, the form, the color, the utility. And have the attitude of gratitude for those articles and objects available to you. Now slowly bring attention to your posture. Try to scan through your body, starting from your legs. Realize your sitting posture. Be aware of your sitting with left leg at bottom or right leg at bottom. Feel the weight of your body on your hips resting on the mat. Realize your position of your hands resting on your legs or on your thighs. Realize your palms open or fingers interlocked. Whatever is your posture, whatever is your mudra, be aware of it. You are watching your body as if you are watching any other object. Now slowly shift your attention to your ears, your hearing. Try to recognize any sound or noise that you have. Try to identify those sounds, if there is, including my voice. Be thankful for your ability of hearing. Now, gently bring your attention to your breathing. Realize every single inhalation and exhalation. Slow, steady, natural, and very subtle inhalation and exhalation. Feel the cool air going into your nostrils, warm air going out of your nostrils. Notice the movement of your stomach muscles, a gentle, subtle inhalation and movement of your stomach muscle. exhalation and movement of your stomach muscles. Stay focused on watching your breath. While watching your breath, be aware of any distraction of different thoughts. Do not fight, do not struggle. Gently get back to watching your breath. Each time you have different thought, let it appear and disappear. Do not get disturbed. Just bring your attention to watching your breath. Slowly shift your attention to tip of your nose. Roll your eyeballs to the inner corner of your eyes. And with eyes closed, try to see tip of your nose. Slowly shift your attention to the center of your eyebrows. Try to visualize the spot between two eyebrows. As you hold on your focus to the center of your forehead, feel the sensation. The spot between two eyebrows is the location of your spinal cord, is your location of your pineal gland. Hold on your attention to the spot.
Thank you, Acharya ji.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Acharya.
Thank you so much, Acharya ji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Acharya ji.
Thank you very much.